This week we're going to machine that flywheel that we cast last week, and then we're going to cast another one. You won't watch me cast it, but I will cast another one, changing the temperature of the mold. That little imperfection in the spoke last week, it wasn't a lack of venting or something like that. That's a temperature problem. I've seen the same thing happen casting bullets. So let's just take a look at what we got here and wind her up. I'm going to try to machine this to a higher state of perfection, and to do that we need to point out there's a little ring right here around the whatever it is. I'm going to try to machine this to a higher state of perfection, so let's point out what's wrong with it. You see around this spoke here, it's got a little ring, and this was the top right here. This was in the mold, this was up. Where's the thing? There. It was about like this. This was the center of the top, and this guy was coming uphill, and apparently the metal that's what I think, that the metal cooled going up and stopped, and then it came around the edge, ran over into there, and filled it up anyway. Okay, that's my supposition as to what happened. So we've got to fix that. We need to get the rim of it to be the same size. As you can see, it's larger diameter here than it is over here, because the old guy that made the mold didn't make both halves exactly identical. I don't know how that came about, but there you are. And there's the little imperfections on the rim in a couple of spots that are going to have to be machined off. So I want to try to run a 3/16 reamer through there, and then mount this on the little fixture that I've got for turning flywheels, and see what we can do. I already know from running a drill in this hole that this stuff is a little bit tougher than I had expected. It's definitely tougher than lead. Okay, so I've got the flywheel mounted on the little flywheel jig, which is in the lathe chuck, and it's fastened down real nice. So we'll try turning it, cleaning it up, smooth it out. We'll see what happens. All right, let's trim it up. Cutting real nice. It's close. It's working. It's not there yet. pretty close. Another little cut, maybe another 5/1000ths. Looking good. Okay, now I guess I should chamfer it a little bit. Everybody loves to chamfer things. I think that's the holy grail of home shop machining, is doing a chamfer. So we'll give it a shot. Find out if I can chamfer it good or not. The other way. That's too far. There we go. Not much use chamfering that side, because I haven't machined it yet. So I'm gonna put you guys to sleep, and I'm gonna turn the flywheel around, and then we'll go on with doing the other side. Well, I forgot to turn the camera on, so you guys missed out on some of the bumbling and fumbling, but I've smoothed off both edges by hooking it on the chuck jaws. So here we are, and just by turning it, it's really beautifully shiny. So I'll work on the mold to make it have both sides of this thing the same height, and to make this little boss into something that, and you hold it there, you can see it there, to make this little boss here into something that's really something there, instead of just a little lump. Okay, so when I made this first one, I knew that spot right there was from temperature problem. I used to cast my own lead bullets, and I've seen that exact same thing in bullet casting. You need to take your bullet mold and set it on top of a lead melting pot, and that gets it warm enough that you don't get stuff like frosted bullets. When I say frosted, they look like they've been in a refrigerator and got frost on them, you know. Now if you look at this guy here, this is one of the lead ones. There's no imperfection. Well, there's a small imperfection on the spoke there, but not many imperfections. Okay. This time when I was casting it, I put a little propane bottle with a burner going against the mold, and I had it heating all the time, and you can see that there's a little wrinkle on that one. I'm not sure why, but for the most part there was no temperature problems. Now then, when we get to the top here, because that mold was still hot, when this thing started to shrink, it sucked all my metal down in that hole. I need a lot more height there to cure that problem. So the way to make perfect flywheels, die casting, I think, is that I need to make a mold that has a lot larger little sprue coming in and a lot taller, so that it can soak up a lot more metal quicker, and everything will come out just right. I can probably machine this enough to clean that up, but I'm not going to try. I think I'll leave this to the side I improved the boss there. Improved the boss quite a lot. All that noise is the lawn mowing guy. It's 140 bucks a month because the boss lady won't let me mow the lawn. I've got a riding mower. I guess I'm gonna have to sell it and put the money on tools because she just won't agree to me mowing the lawn anymore. So there you go. So anyway, let's go see what one of our redneck buddies is doing, like Bubba or Ole or somebody. Here a while back, Bubba got mugged. He went on a visit trip there. I think he had got a truck driving job or something, wound up in New York City, you know. And he was walking down the street, and these three guys jumped out, and, told him, "Give me your money." And Bubba fought like a madman for about 5 minutes, but it was three of them. And after a while, they finally got him down on the ground and pulled out his billfold, and this one hold up guy looks there and says, "Hey, there ain't nothing but a $10 bill in here." He says, "You dummy, you fought that hard for $10?" And Bubba said, "No, no, not really." He said, "I thought y'all was going for the $100 bill in my boot."